Hello, this is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, bringing you another edition of Keeping Modern Janky. This week we are playing Outlaw Aristocrats. That's what I'm calling this, with Tinybones the Pickpocket. Let's go ahead and toss these our opponent, and I'll talk more about the deck in a minute. See what we're up against. Ooh. Well, Blood Moon, we don't care too much about. Harbor Elf, though, we definitely want to. Wonder if our opponent is friendly, because I love some gruel. So we are playing an Aristocrat style deck, looking to ping our opponent here and there with Outlaw triggers and Death triggers. Vial Smasher, Gleeful Grenadier is the way we're going to do our Outlaw triggers. Another Obnixilis. It's hard to resist a Ragavan hit, actually, but let's see how a Vial Smasher, Gleeful Grenadier down on turn 1 does. So our Outlaw package is a Pirate, Ragavan, a couple Rogues with Zulaport Cutthroat and Dauthi Voidwalker. And then they're going to ping our opponent when they enter the battlefield with Zulaport Cutthroat. When things die, our creatures die, it will ping. And then in order to take advantage of all that pinging, we have Obnixilis, Captive Kingpin, that anytime our opponent loses exactly 1 life, we can grow our Obnixilis and exile the top card of our library till our next turn. Alright, sorry, until the end of our end step. So now we get to see a nice little synergy with Vial Smasher, assuming they didn't draw an answer. We have a Pirate who's going to ping him with Dash, can attack, hit for 5, but hit him for 6 total, assuming we get this attack in and our opponent didn't draw a Lightning Bolt. And then next turn, never mind, they did draw a Lightning Bolt. That's okay. We got that 1 point of damage in anyway. I was going to say next turn we were going to have some fun. So Wooded Foothills, Stomping Ground, they drew a Lightning Bolt, good for them. This looks like old school Gruul land destruction. I would have liked to have that treasure token just to help with any sort of land destruction shenanigans we might see out of this Bloodbraid Elf. And or to trigger fatal pushes. Revolt. Alright, Blood Moon. It's fine. So next turn we have Chandra coming down. Hopefully we draw a land for this Obnixilis. Although another Thoughtseize wouldn't be bad. Alright, there. Alright, so what's going to happen here with this Obnixilis is if they hit another land, we drew another basic swamp. They're going to play Chandra and kill the Obnixilis, which will make us sad. But if they don't hit a land, then we're in good shape to close out this game quickly. And if they do hit a land that is a fetch land, we're going to get a trigger out of it. It'll still die to a Chandra, -4, but we'll get an extra card that we can play until our end step, which will be next turn. Do they get another land? To your next end step, yep. And they have their 2 red sources. Okay, well, we don't care too much about that. It does refill their hand, which is bad for us, but it doesn't stop Obnixilis. And it doesn't get, I mean, they're going to probably find a land here. Ooh, Glorybringer. Oh yeah, they can't fetch because of Blood Moon. So next turn they can... Alright, Thoughtseize right on time. So we can attack with everything. And then they block, maybe, and we lose our Vial Smasher. We can take the Chandra and hopefully get there on the back. We want to keep the Vial Smasher alive because it does give us some reach if we are able to stall out the board a little bit with blockers. Oh, double Blood Braid. Oh, that makes me sad. So double Blood Braid has 2-for-1s that will probably answer our Obnixilis. Chandra is an answer in their hand for Obnixilis though, so we're definitely going to get rid of that. And we could just draw a Lightning Bolt ourselves if they don't spin into something that can kill this Obnixilis. Oh, they just naturally drew the Lightning Bolt. Good for them. So we could, how much is that? 5. So we'll Fatal Push. 3-2 is, we'll go ahead and hit that Seasoned Pyromancer. See what we draw here. There's our bolt. They have 2 Bloodbraid Elves. They drew a bolt. Did they find another answer? We could attack. Force our opponent's hand here. I mean, we'll see what happens. They're going to chump block, but will they double block? That's the question. I imagine they double block here. Alright, no, they're just going to... Oh, they're thinking about it. No, there we go. Double block. Yep, it's fine. Now, why did I do that after just saying I didn't want to? Well, we drew the Lightning Bolt, and that gives us... Maybe it's not the right move, but you never know. Our opponent might decide they have other plans for that. For those tokens. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see what they got. Tell me it's not another Lightning Bolt. Sure. Maybe that's their only hit, though. Or no, they play Arbor Elves. Arbor Elf would have been what we wanted to see there. Okay, does Bloodbraid Elf. I wish I could remember the name of this deck. Oh, wow, we are just getting max punished. I mean, I don't think so. Okay, let's talk about that in a minute. We're not getting completely max punished. So, we drew a pirate that would have triggered the Vial Smasher, but they would have had blockers. So we wouldn't have gotten this 2 points of damage in. So while it looks like, while it looks like we were actually punished for our greed of attacking there, instead what happened was they would have had a blocker to kill the Ragavan. They would have gotten a point of damage and they'd be at 5, but they would still not be dead. Alright, we just need them to take 1 more point of damage. Vial Smasher plus Ragavan gets them to 1 point, which is nice. Oh, they could have hit a Seasoned Pyromancer last turn. Instead, they hit the Lightning Bolt. So maybe our luck has changed. I wish I could remember this. The name of this deck, man, what was it called? So that's a lot of damage that we're taking. 3, 6, 9, 11. We're basically dead now if we don't draw something ourselves. So our opponents managed to come back after quite a good start from us. This Bloodbraid Elves, the 2-for-1s, spun them into a Lightning Bolt to answer our threat. Trying to delete my message here. Alright, there it goes. Alright, what do we find? Something good? Zulaport Cutthroat. That is something good. So what we can do... That is... Alright, so one good turn deserves another. One lucky draw deserves another. So we're going to play Zulaport Cutthroat. Dash in the Ragavan. Swing. Let him block it. Drain them one. Bolt their face. Alright. Overcame a little bit of luck from our opponent. A bunch of 2-for-1s from our opponent. They have 2 cards in it. I don't know what. It's like an endurance. Even no matter what. If it's not instant speed life gain, and our guy's either going to hit or die, and we're going to get there with his lightning bolt. I don't even know what instant speed life gain there is. That for 0 mana, I don't think such a thing exists. Ah, they just took it. That's what they were thinking. They were doing the math. Okay, well. Yep. All right. What a game. What a fun game. I love playing Gruul, as y'all know. All right, what do we bring in against what our opponent's doing? Rolling Vortexes could be good. Molten Collapses can take out a Chandra. Man, I wish I could remember what this deck was called. Tinybones finally has some legitimate targets as well. But this is where the challenge comes. What do we end up taking out? We just take out one of everything. Fatal Push. Surely, I mean, it hits a Mana Dork. So do the Bowmasters. I think we just kind of trim one from each. Voidwalker isn't at its best. Excuse me. We saw Zulaport Cutthroat. How? Alright, well, let's run it back. See if our opponent is in a chatting mood or not. Man, I just am blanking on the name. It's not Big Red. It is... It used to... So the plan was to play main deck Blood Moons and Land Destruction. Okay, well, we have a Tinybones, and we have a Thoughtseize, and we have a Lightning Bolt, but we can't cast a Lightning Bolt. We have a lot of what we want, but we just don't have any lands, and can we trust it to draw any lands? We don't have a way to kill their turn 1 Mana Dork unless we draw a Mountain. Let's see if we can find Mountain Swamp. Alright. This is good. We have a way to kill their Mana Dork. We have a threat. We have a way to strip their hand. And we have a way to punish their free spells. But we're going to have to put Captive Kingpin to the bottom. So we will bolt the bird, so to speak, if that's what they're up to. And then next turn, Ragavan and Thoughtseize. What a close game that was in game 1. Fun game, but very close. See what they do. We could try to dash in a Ragavan if they don't do anything, but if they play another Mana Dork, we definitely want to Thoughtseize. So they play land, just play straight up land destruction, right? Ooh, Orcish Bowmasters is nice. So I think we're going to do our original plan, which is Thoughtseize. Take away any land destruction they have. Anger the gods. Wow, they have a really bad hand. They mulled to 6 though. Play a Ragavan. Yeah, I mean, we've gotten consistently lucky. Our mull to 6 was far better than their mull to 6. They kept a hand of... I mean, Anger of Gods is a really good card against us. But they kept a 4-lander, 1 mana dork in an Anger. See if how well they draw. Well, that's one of their best draws, for sure. Alright, well we can... Man, we really want to get this Roiling Vortex down in case they've top decked it or drawn them. They didn't discard anything, or they only discarded lands. Okay. Seasoned Bow or Orcish Bowmasters would have been good there. Who knows what they drew though? What do we know about? Nothing anymore? Oh wait. Discarded the Boseiju. Maybe in a Wooded Foothill, so they have 2 fresh cards. You know, I'm just gonna go with my instincts on this one and run this out. If they want to play Bloodburied Elf into it next turn, if they're hoping to catch back up that way, at least we punish them this way. As well as having a threat with Ragavan. Oh, it's Ponza. That's what it's called. Now we can never F6 us again, just in case they have life gain. Do we want to attack and just trade and let them have something they can do again later? Probably not. Oh, they're going to gain life, but it was okay, so at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, so not this turn, exile target card from graveyard, yep, and gain 2 life, just 2 damage each. Alright, so we can nerf the life gain. Oh, that's good for us. Alright, so now we're looking for that Obnix list. That would be the best. Alright, where's the... See ramp. Yes, we'll pay the 2 life. And now this is the Port Cutthroat. If it was a land card, add 1. If otherwise, you gain 2 life and close this deals 2 damage to each opponent. So I imagine we're gonna have to try to hose their life gain every turn the rest of the way. Okay, well, we could go ahead and swing in, force a block, then they can just flash it back next turn. So yeah, we're not really interested in that plan. We're in a grindy game, so, and I have to get to the bus stop in about 20 minutes. So I need to hopefully get a draw into a Obnixilis. Our opponent has strung together quite a few cards after that bad opening. Let's see. So the land, they just get mana from it. Is it Glorybringer time? Yeah. Are we gonna die to a Glorybringer? That was so poetic. We have cast many a Glorybringer and died and killed people with them. So it seems only fair that we would then now die to one, right? Well, just another Pyromancer. Okay, when he enters the battlefield, discard 2 cards, then draw 2 cards. Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter when we do this since they, oh, do we want to just kill there? No, we don't want to. I mean, the ground is locked up right now. So we really just are looking to race our opponent via Aristocrat pinging. Because, I mean, I guess we could now start trying to kill their Seasoned Pyromancers and let them draw more cards and take more damage from Bowmasters. This does give us an army, assuming they don't draw something, and that those 2 cards that it's any good. And Blood Moon does shut off our ability to cast a Dauthi Voidwalker. I'm not sure they kept the Blood Moons in at this point. Dead. Sad face. That was one of our ways of punching through damage. Ooh, Hexdrinker. I love it. Man, this guy's deck is awesome. Love me a Hexdrinker. That card is busted, especially this late in the game where he can level it up almost immediately. And Clothis is activated. Bolt. So we can just bolt a Hexdrinker because it will take over a game. And now Clothis. Alright, this is bad for us. So we're going to have to kill this thing, basically, because otherwise it's going to get protection from sorceries. And this will then turn off the Clothis, I believe. So even though it hurts us to bolt and not face, we're going to definitely bolt the Hexdrinker. Man, we should have probably attacked. Might as well get an attack in now. I mean, this is going to let them draw cards every turn, but hopefully that doesn't matter. They're going to either have to double block the army, take 2 and get a treasure token, jump block, kill the Ragavan, mean, the race is on. Lightning Bolt, good draw for us. Obnixilus is still one of our better draws. Now this is going to incentivize them to spend their mana on drawing, refilling their hand, and taking damage. If they just take 3, that puts them dangerously close to 1 free spell dead range from Rolling Vortex. And if they're hoping to get some life back with the Clothis, so I wanted to get that attack in there because Clothis is going to become a creature and start swinging in at us, or just being back for blocks. Hope I didn't always yield to this. Alright, 1 card. What is it, opponent? If a Bloodbraid is off the table now, which is good for us. Alright, maybe they drew a land. Give us something good. Obnixilus would be the best draw we could ask for. Okay, Zulaport Cutthroat is not bad either. So now our opponent is in a position, if they want to get these tokens back and draw some cards, they're going to take some damage. And now we're in with the Zulaport Cutthroat, where we have a very fast clock, nerfing their life gain. Yep. I don't think they get a draw again, though, do they? No, they don't. So now they're on the let's burn them out plan of 2 damage a turn, making some chump blockers. Fair, that's a fair plan. Alright, well, run it back. Nerf the life gain. I think we're on a faster clock now. Let's just hope they don't have a Glorybringer. That would be their best. Their best draw is definitely Glorybringer. Bloodbraid Elf is dead. It's a chump blocker. We would love to draw Lightning Bolt or Obnixilus. Lightning Bolt would be great. That would be our best draw. As in they'd be dead. Thoughtseize is a dead. That was our worst draw. Okay, well, we're close to where we can just swing in with both people, right? If this is a Blood Artist again, we'd be in really good. We're very close to just swinging with 2 creatures, forcing our opponent to block, putting them to 2, block or take it, essentially. Ah, this is bad. All right, I just don't think we can do anything. So if we attack with 2 creatures, they block. I think we need the Zulaport to stick around. We're due to draw a land too. We haven't seen many lands this game. We're due to draw a land. Can we survive? I hope we get this game because we are not going to be able to finish the match if we go to game 3, which is unfortunate because this is super fun. Yeah, this Roiling Vortex has been such a powerful card in our sideboards for not just this deck, but the Magda deck too. Did they hit the Glorybringer? It looks like they Chandra. Chandra's good. Chandra is a really good draw for them. It definitely increases our clock, their clock considerably. Well, we get lucky and hit a lightning bolt. I think they've gotten rid of one of our lightning bolts. Or are they going to pump up for mana or just exile and hit us down 2? And then they're going to go, that's the better draw, or that is the best target. It gains us another life. Now they're down there on a 2-turn clock. Is it going to be fast enough? What a game. Man, I don't even want to do the math. They attack for 4. Put us to 5. And a Bowmasters would be good. A Lightning Bolt. Bowmasters, Lightning Bolt, Zulaport, Cutthroat. Those are our live draws right now. So we don't want to block because we want to be able to force a block from our opponent. So we'll go down to 7. Come on, deck. Does our luck continue? Do we get a lightning? We need a Lightning Bolt, Bowmasters, Zulaport, Cutthroat. Lightning Bolt, Bowmasters, Zulaport, Cutthroat. Molten Collapse. That does. Destroy target non-creature. Alright, so we're not going to be able to descend, but we can get rid of this Chandra. Alright, well, it's not exactly what we wanted, but it does answer what they did. Can we fade a single turn? We're going to go to 2. We're going to have to block. Ah, what a game. What a game. We can't attack. We need to block here and just ride it out. We got to fade the turn. Fade the turn. Come on. Do they draw a land? Do they draw a Bloodbraid Elf? Do they draw a Glorybringer? Do we die to our favorite card, one of our favorite cards? Do we forget to gain life off of this, or to stop life gain with this Rolling Vortex? What did they draw? Man, it all comes down to this. If it's a hasty threat, they can't do anything but Glorybringer to win, or a Chandra would win them the game, a Lightning Bolt would win them the game. That's the alarm for the bus stop. Oh, Bloodbraid Elf. Okay. I don't think, do they have to cast it? Yep. All right. Hello, this is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com here with a mini wrap-up after that last game against Gruul Ponza. Our opponent forgot about the 5 damage to that you take for casting your spell for free. Rolling Vortex, man. So, I'm so impressed with that card over the games that I've seen it in. I mean, it won us that game in more ways than one. It was 1 point of life. We were racing. We were nerfing their life gain with Clothis, pinging them down every turn, closer and closer to death, and then when they went for the kill with one of their best cards, typically one of their best cards in Bloodbraid Elf, it smashed them for 5 to the face and won us the match. And folks, let me tell you something. That is our very first ever 5-0. And granted, it's all practice matches, so I'm not going to get too high on this, but our very first 5-0 for the one of our articles, even on practice matches. We've never gone 5-0 in practice matches. And not only did we go 5-0, we didn't drop a single game. We are 10-0 with this deck. Now, that being said, we didn't play a single Tier 1 deck. So, to take it with a grain of salt. However, if your deck is going to compete against the Tier 1 decks, it's got to be able to beat the Tier 2 decks and the Tier 3 decks. And we also got extremely lucky here and there. But if you've been watching my videos, you know how unlucky I've gotten in the past. So luck is a part of the game. We'll take it. We also made the right play. Aristocrat style archetype is one of my favorite decks, and you know, I'm not trying to like play a deck I'm not familiar with or comfortable with, like Dimir Control / Dragons, or some of the other decks I've tried in the past. This is a style of play I'm used to, so I feel more comfortable with it. So I'm probably making better decisions, taking better lines. I'm not sure saying all my lines are perfect, but man, so yeah, that really impressed with the deck. Super fun, super grindy. Obviously, we're playing some of the very best cards in Modern. I mean, if you take away Tinybones, Zulaport Cutthroat, Vial Smasher, and Obnixilis, you're looking at a Rakdos Scam shell. Now, you put those cards in and you get what we have, right? An Aristocrat-Outlaw package that's pinging our opponents, getting value from the pinging, whether it's in life gain with Zulaport Cutthroat when something dies, or with Obnixilis growing and exiling a card for us to play. Yeah, so this deck, super fun. I can't wait to post a video in the article. I'm definitely going to run it through a league, and I am in no way expecting it to go 5-0 again. But I'll let you know, and I'll post that video as well. So for CyclesGaming.com, this is Johnny Cycles. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. This has been another edition of Keeping Modern Janky with Johnny Cycles. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my website, CyclesGaming.com, for original Magic the Gathering content. You can read about my Commander decks or my Janky Modern brews. My latest article is about the Zombie Precon and its effect on Commander. I give you a couple different deck lists. If you're interested in a science fiction / fantasy novel, be sure to check out my book, The Podcon. I'm publishing it serially, a couple chapters every month. Again, thanks for watching. Check me out on YouTube, Johnny Cycles. Click that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one.